Start this thing right.
Take over.
Let's go.
All right.
I'ma break it down real quick, yo. Hey, yo, look, dog, I bought villas, stayed in resort Skrilla. I was store killer, I store killers. Man, I caught killers, this on Fort killers. Cat frontin', pop, pop, court killers. Who more realer? Weed in the four-wheeler. F Mike, till you see me, you never saw a thriller. Fish scale, four reelers. Dirty whore want me to go. War will ya? Smart Pisces, fresh from the archdiocese. You got heart, fight me, ideally depart wifey. I'm Anthony, I do things the harder way. Part in me, Escalade, marmalade, mama stay. And I send the wolf stars a plate. And they do copper card today, color pink Chardonnay. And I clap at your man, got the clappers, clap on, clap off, clap at his hands.
Here we go.
Only thing he ever clapped was his hands. He'll get butt raped.
What you mean by
This
that?
is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo.
What you mean by that? That's nuts. Hey,
Yo, I'm here. My homie, JB,
What
Red
up?
Eye AV, and we here with the
Take over.
Yes, sir.
getting it started. Got to give ourselves a round of applause. We don't have a live audience, so we gotta liven it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. How you doing? What's going on with you?
Doing good, man. It's been lit.
Yeah.
Went to go see Chappelle last week.
How was that? I had another
Fire.
friend that went to my supervisor went as well. Yeah. He said it was dope.
It was fire, bro. It was hilarious, bro. Even
No
like
rehearsed jokes or nothing like that.
all jokes I never heard before. Even the openers was all for Donnell Ross.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hannibal Buress opened up for him. It was crazy. He was the least funniest person there.
Well, you know why?
No, I don't know.
Because he was trying to be a rapper for like
I
a
didn't
couple
know that,
years.
for
He
real.
gave
That's
up on
crazy.
comedy. He dropped was dropping songs.
That's
And now
actually
he's back to comedy.
that's sick. That's actually pretty sick. I don't see him. I don't know what kind of bars he had. I'm not seeing it, but it was actually it was funny, and it was like that's the thing about Chappelle, because he talk about important stuff, but also doing it in a funny manner. So it was pretty dope. It was fire.
Yeah.
Enjoyed myself. What about
What
you?
was-
What you
Well, hold on, what was the funniest bit
funny
out of
bit?
that? I mean, that you can spoil. I mean, you can.
Yeah,
You can't spoil all of it, I guess.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't even remember. That's the funny thing, because
Yeah.
they take your phones
Yep.
and you gotta lock them up in bags. I had 3 bags. You know what I'm saying?
Trap it.
Yeah. But they locked them up.
Trapaholicsmixtapes.com.
So, but the whole time I was thinking like, damn, I wish I had my phone so I could like jot down just to remember like, oh, this joke. But it was a lot of clever jokes. So I was like, that is actually insane that somebody came up with this joke right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had some good ass ones. Never heard any of the jokes before.
Yeah. Man, no, that's dope. That's dope. He probably won't come back to the Fiserv.
I think he will. I think he come like every 2 years with her, because he was here.
Did he hit up what did he do? Riverside last time?
Last time it was it was right before the Pfizer opened, and it was I forgot what it was. It might have been the Paps.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But it was right after that shooter had went up into the one building.
Oh, right. Yeah. The one downtown.
Jason, I forgot what it was, but yeah, he like donated the proceeds from the show all to the victims of that. And he talked about it during the show. So
Yeah, which is dope. Man. So I got to tell you. I got to ask you. I'm about to give you this story, my experience that I had in this grocery store. You got to tell me, was this multi-level marketing, or was I about to get inducted into a cult?
All
right. So we walk in the grocery shop. Me and April, me and my wife.
It sound like Trader Joe's.
It was Metro Market. It was Metro Market.
Okay,
So,
all right.
For anybody else, that's like Kroger, wherever you at, or like Publix, wherever you at. And so we go into the grocery store. We in there to get like 4 items. We just trying to get stuff for dinner. We just running errands and stuff like that. And we go down the aisle. Specifically, I think it was the bread pasta aisle or whatever. And we about to go up the aisle, and this guy's like, yo, your white shoes is dope. I turn around, it's this white guy. Now, mind you, these are Air Ones.
Okay,
right?
The most popular shoe.
Most popular shoe, but also these ain't new Air Ones. I've had these Air Ones since like February or something like that. They got some wear. I wear them at work. They not clean. I keep up with them, but this ain't a clean. They weren't clean. They were dirty.
This ain't the fresh one.
No.
Okay.
So, oh man, I was looking to get some white shoes like the ones you have, man. Those are really nice. I'm like,
how old is this gentleman?
He probably mid-20s.
Okay, I just don't like how you described the shoe.
No, it was yellow flag, right?
Yeah,
First of all, you giving me...
It sound like an undercover right there.
That's what I'm saying. You sound like a Fed. And also, you sound like... I've never heard nobody... Like, when you first wear some Air Ones, you might... If you wear it with the right stuff, yo, man, that fit. You know what I mean? Like, and I've gotten compliments, but this wasn't that. Like, I literally had my little polo joint on or whatever. Wasn't fitting.
Okay.
So he like, oh man, I gotta get some white shoes like that. He like, yo, word. I'm like, I already know what it's called. I'm like, first of all, you gave me a disingenuous compliment. You blowing smoke. All right, here what's next. Hey man, what do you do for work? I'm like, word. I'm in IT. Oh, word. Yeah, me, and he was like him and his girl. I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend. And she wasn't even looking at me or April. She was looking at him the whole time, this whole interaction. Not even saying nothing to him, not nothing. Now, in any interaction, and if you get into a conversation in public with somebody, usually your girl's gonna be like, hey, babe, we gotta go. We had this thing we gotta get to, or we gotta go get this or whatever. None of that. She's just looking at him like he like Jesus or something. And he like, yeah, man, me and my girl, we sat down with these old people, and we like building, things, businesses, and that's kind of where we are now. And mind you, no cart. They ain't had no cart. This dude's wearing a suit jacket or whatever, like casual suit jacket. Now I don't trust people that wear blazers just on principle. Mm-hmm. Like I just feel like you got some hidden motif, like something's going on or whatever. And so he's like, oh man, we got this business thing going on or whatever. I'm like, word. Yeah, that's when he asked me, oh, what you know? Oh, IT. I'm like, word, yeah. He's like, yeah, man, that's crazy because, IT, da-da-da. And then he just like, then at some point, like the conversation just stopped. He like, man, y'all take care or whatever. Now I see him walking throughout we still shopping. I see him walking around, no cart, nothing at all. Just him and his girl or whatever. All right, what do you think? Cult or multi-level marketing?
You was about to get up in the pyramid scheme for real. Yeah, you was gonna have to bring two people in, and those two people brought two people. You got the proceeds for all of them, fam.
The old solo bar?
No.
Where he's like, mine is me, three niggas, and three niggas.
Oh yeah.
That's multi-level marketing.
Yeah, came back to me. Yeah, that was tough.
I know.
That was crazy.
No, it's definitely like it was annoying because I'm like, I don't never like. I just on principle. If you like an entrepreneur, cool. I just don't think anybody makes any real money from multi-level marketing.
He ain't
like you sell insurance. That's one thing.
He didn't use like a business card, nothing.
Nothing. Walked away. Like we had this conversation. He ain't try to pitch me on nothing. That's what the cult part I was saying. Because usually they, how it go. Yeah. Hey, I got this little conference that I want you to come to.
Maybe he felt like you wasn't like, feeling the vibes. So this a lost cause.
Well, that's different because I feel like MLM. I had a friend that tried to pitch me on MLM, so I stopped talking to him for like a year after that. Like I feel like this is smart. Like this is like the upgrade version. They script is updating where they like, yo, if they don't do this, then walk away or whatever.
I mean, by now they probably, when it was new, it was probably just all hands on deck. Talk to everybody. Now that it's been around for a while, now they probably like, okay, these is the signs you're looking for. Yeah. And then we got them. And then they bring it in, you know what I'm saying? They bringing in people that's bringing in people that's bringing in people that's bringing in people. Right. You get paid off all those. And the person I work for, he a millionaire. This the car he drives. This all the talking points.
Right.
We don't care.
Like my thing is, it's like it sounds like too much work to make regular money. Because I don't know a rich MLM person. I don't know a person that's well off. I don't know a person that make what I make that's an MLM person. It always seems like somebody.
So the person that's recruiting you is the only person that know the person that's making the money.
Exactly. Like you the plug.
Yeah.
You not a good looking plug. I don't understand that at all. Actually, this is better segue than I thought. Speaking of plugs and scamming, let's go ahead and get into this DJ Envy.
Whatever, everybody. It's the Takeover Podcast.
Takeover.
Takeover Podcast. Let's go.
DJ Envy, Angelique, Charlamagne the God. So
the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. And who we got this morning?
What's going on with DJ Envy?
DJ Envy got caught up in a Ponzi scheme. So anybody knows DJ Envy always talks about real estate.
Yeah.
Flips houses, has rentals, stuff like that. And he works with his business partner was this guy named Cesar Pena.
Yeah.
Cesar Pena actually was previously incarcerated for fraud.
Okay.
So according to DJ Envy and lots of stories that he's told on podcasts, Cesar learned real estate in jail. And so when he came out, Cesar taught Envy. And Envy partnered with Pena. They would do conferences together. They would do lots of different ventures. They invested together. As of late, apparently, Cesar has been coming up short on his investments. So he's been claiming to rehab certain properties with people's money upwards to, I think, like close to $1 million, like 800,000, 500,000, $250,000 investments, telling people, hey, you're going to get a 30% return on your investment within like the first year or whatever the case may be. Come to find out, some of these properties he didn't even own. Some of these properties he didn't even start the renovations on to this day, and he's telling people, hey, the foundation people just got finished. We got to get the plumbing in. We got to get the drywall up. Like he's giving these guys fake progress reports.
That's crazy.
Some people believe that he was using that money to bankroll other projects that kind of fell behind, because at some point he was doing it, like rehabbing, but when you take money from people and say you're going to use it for something and you don't, that's wire fraud. When you wire money from somebody to your account for a purpose and you don't do that, that's wire fraud or whatever. So he's charged currently with wire fraud, currently being sued on different cases. I think the feds are bringing up maybe not the feds. I think
20 mil. I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. They're bringing up they're trying to shut Cesar down. What do you? The question, I guess, is what everybody's been asking, and what I've been seeing academics say like reacted to it, and he was laughing about it or whatever because he just felt like the victims was stupid. Like, why would you give somebody that looked like Cesar Pena any money, let alone $250,000, $500,000? Who deserves the responsibility? Who deserves the the culpability for this? Like, should they have known better? Like, does Cesar get 100% of the blame? What do you think?
Yeah, 90% to the Cesar guy. I'm not even in the giving DJ Envy that much blame because I think he well off without this.
Right, he was getting DJ money.
So, right. So I don't think he needed this. So I think he had hopes for, and I think originally it was up to par, like above board. But at some point, I don't know if he was really even aware. I just saw a clip where they was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking on his behalf. And he was like, my lawyer said I shouldn't say anything, but I got to clear my name. And I was like, damn.
Bro,
and
shut up.
was like, bro, if your lawyer said you don't say that, why are you saying something?
Right.
And then he was just like, I do this and that, but Caesar, you know what I mean?
Right.
If he was doing something I wasn't aware, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for the victims. He should have did more due diligence, and the Caesar guy, if it turned out to be true, like.
Yeah, I think my only issue with the whole thing is Envy. He get like 10% blamed for me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm splitting the ply, because, and maybe this is also a lesson too. Like, I know we like to support, like, I don't think Caesar's black, but we like to support black businesses, small black businesses, and sometimes we be like, sorry, let me get this up. Sometimes we be sorry, make sure I'm good. Sometimes we try to like get people to, I don't know, support like our friends' businesses and stuff like that. And hold on one second.
Yeah.
Not bad. Go ahead.
Like for Envy, like you investing in your man's, that's fine. But the minute that you start bringing other people in, because no matter people, most of the people that's investing in this is doing it because they're familiar with DJ Envy name.
Yeah, that's
not
what I'm
necessarily the other guy name. So that's where Envy get the wrong.
Yeah.
Like if you bringing other people in, you gotta do your super due diligence on the man. On your man to make sure it's above board.
And that's kind of what I'm saying too. Like even like with local, like with people, I hate when people I know pitch somebody else like back alley mechanic work or something like that, and they trash. Mm-hmm. But it's because it's your uncle or your cousin, and you got them making, you know, chicken or something like they're making chicken plates, and the chicken plate is trash. Like you have to do your due diligence and be like, you know what, I want to support my family member or whatever, but it's also okay to be like, nah, this is not where it's at. And I think that's the thing with Envy. Like, only thing I don't appreciate is he's like, if he took money from these people, I wouldn't have had no knowledge. And I get it because everybody business ain't everybody business.
Yeah.
But the difference is when you have a platform, like I see Drake do this all the time. Drake pretty much vets anybody, every single body that he does any like song with, work with. There's rumors that like he was supposed to do business dealings with Ice Spice. That's why you saw him and Ice Spice hanging out together or whatever.
OVO Fest.
Yeah, a lot of people was like, oh, they getting together. It's usually never that with Drake. It's usually, I'm going to try to see if I can sign you. Are we going to try to do a single or whatever, or do some sort of, or whatever. And so they never did anything together. They never did music or whatever. And then my thought is Drake and his people did their due diligence and being like, you know what? Whatever it is going on, we're not going to take part of it. It probably don't make sense or whatever. The same thing with Drake and the whole Bobby Altoff pulling off the interview and stuff like that. And I feel like with DJ Envy...
You just named 2 industry plans back to back, by the way,
well, I'm saying,
bro.
but you know this.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, that's the commonality. And I think with DJ Envy, it's like, why are you... you're literally a DJ. Your whole thing is to amplify other people's music, voices of people. Your show literally amplifies people's businesses, community leaders, and stuff like that. Why would you take your platform and do that? Like, if it was on your own podcast or something like that, cool.
Right.
You using probably one of the top platforms of the world to be like, this my guy. And you saying, well, I ain't know he was shady. Like, that ain't my fault. It's like, all right, I get it. You want your ad, like you doing ad dollars and stuff like that. Like you get money, but that's a little irresponsible. So that's why I say I would give it. That's a long-winded way of saying I'm gonna give him 10% because I just don't think that's. I don't think it's okay.
Speaking of the Bobby chick, the person she got her show from, Funny Marco. Did you see what happened in there?
Yes. Let's talk about it. It's not on here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So Funny Marco had an interview with Southside producer. I mean, I was gonna say legendary, but legendary hip hop producer now. Like he got the wave, and G Herbo.
Yep.
And during the interview, people feeling that they was aggressive towards him, that they disrespected him. They was calling him out his name. They threw a cup at him and allegedly broke his $30,000 watch.
Yep.
And after Funny Marco released the interview.
Yep.
And from there, the debate started. What's your thoughts? Do you think it's fair play?
I've been waiting to talk about this, actually.
Do you think it's fair play? Do you think it's foul? What do you think?
I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I heard Joe Budden talk about this and talk about like the difference between the gangster funny and like the street funny and the like just the natural funny. Now I'm from Milwaukee and it's a little different here. The funny is funny, right? Mm-hmm. Regardless of whether you a D-boy, like you move stuff or whether you're square or whatever your stance is funny. And that's what I like about this city. I like about the Midwest, but I like about this city is that at any given point, anything could be funny from anybody, no matter how, in the street or not in the street you are or whatever. And so, like, I heard Joe Budden pretty much saying, like, oh, well, that's just how, like, dudes in the street, that's how they, like, the bully funny, like, that tough funny. And the thing is, it's like, I think that works in certain environments. Do I think that? So here's what I'll say. Funny Marco, I don't appreciate him coming out afterward and being like, yeah, I was uncomfortable, but I'm like learning and stuff like that. I think that's whack. I think if you was uncomfortable, don't put it out or take the video down if you feel away or whatever. The same way that Drake did with the Bobby Altoff thing for whatever reason. And I've seen other people take down interviews after the fact or whatever. Or for example, with Joe Budden, he was supposed to interview Tasha, or he interviewed Tasha K, and that interview was supposed to go up, I think, for his Patreon. They never posted it because, like, Cardi had issue with it, Cardi B had issue with it and stuff. If you're going to have a response, do that. But I don't appreciate him leaving it up and then going on Instagram and being like, yo, like, I was uncomfortable. Like, okay. Now, I see you was uncomfortable. I think that Southside is not funny. I think he's corny. I think he's a cornball. He was a cornball. He was
catching the most flack because he actually started the interview. He had the first like 20 minutes by himself, and it was more cordial. But the moment that G Herbo came, people said that he switched up, and then he started, like acting different. Once his friend got there, so he was getting the most heat online.
And I saw a post about it, like, oh, I don't care about even his response. It's corny. It's cornbally. Yeah. Like, this isn't your lane. Like, whatever you like, stay behind them Fruity Loops and stay making them beats. Don't be trying to get online and bully comedians. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my issue, large in part, is that I think Southside. I think both of their behavior was like, I don't think it was funny. I don't think it's funny. Like, that's my issue. If it was funny, cool. But this ain't the set for that. But also, I don't think they would have went nowhere else and did that. I don't think they would have went to 85 South and did that. I don't think they would have went on any other comedian platform, like podcast style, and done that at all. And I don't know why they did that. I don't know where it comes from.
I just got a lot of questions just because I know they familiar with the interviewing style. And they got other content with Funny Marco.
Right.
So that's the thing that made, but a lot of people, what people don't know about these, a lot of these people, like, well, at least other people, Funny Marco, that's what he probably should learn from this.
Right.
A lot of people that do this style of comedy, like the dry comedy, they already consult with the people that's involved and let them know. And then they come to agreements with how far. Like, this could have been funny if it was scripted, fake, but people didn't know it was fake. Like the Birdman Drewski situation, you know what I mean? Right. But in this situation, like, you never know, bro. Like, it happened, but now you know. Like, I saw Queen's Flip.
Yep.
Talking about it. He said, like, he agree upon stuff with the people, and sometimes the people take it too far, and that's when it get out of hand. But,
right.
You know.
Yeah, and I think, go ahead. My bad.
No, that's all I had. I don't. The funny is. It has funny parts. It's awkward, but like the disrespectful parts is like cringe.
I just don't think that those two guys are funny. So don't try to do funny stuff on. It's like me trying to go do a stand-up piece right now in the middle of like Times Square, and I'm like, yo, I'm not that funny to do that. Why would I attempt to do that in a public sphere?
Right.
and it's not expect, like, because that's what it is. Like, if you're a comedian, people bomb all the time, and they're comedians, and they go on stage, and people they get booed. I remember Tiffany Haddish got booed. Talked about getting booed off stage.
Everybody
recently.
get booed.
Everybody get booed.
Chappelle got booed.
Yeah, everybody. So like, but like that's the thing. Like, there's self-awareness, and the boos help. But like when you're in that form, like that sphere, that setup, that kind of environment, you don't know. You don't have that self-awareness. And also you're not used to doing this in front of a camera or whatever. Maybe used to doing whatever you do in front of your homies or whatever. And that's one thing. But like going in front of this, like you said, this very dry kind of comedy and being like, I'm gonna go outside this format and this dude was talking crazy earlier, so I'm gonna make him look crazy in front of you. Don't know if you're that funny to be doing that. Like if you try to, like, that's the thing. Funny Marco has like a what's it called? A test sample of when he's done this, how often he's been successful, when it's worked for people. Like like him and the baby, like they did one.
Yeah.
Which was great. It was hilarious. Yeah. And if somebody would react that way, I would assume it's the guy that shot somebody in the middle of a Walmart and made a song about it. Like I would assume he would like take it personal or whatever, but it wasn't or whatever. It would end up being a really dope interview. I would say
most people, you're not agreeing to this interview if you're not familiar with his content. People know him from like the stuff he was doing in Walmarts and stuff.
Right.
That's what make it a little awkward, but it's cool. Lesson learned from all behalf. But like you said, well, first he got to put the content out because like all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, but you just can't complain about it afterwards.
No, exactly. Like, if you want to do an interview, go out and say how it went. That's fine.
Right.
But yeah.
He made it like a like Instagram or Twitter post, or I think it was Instagram. Like, I'm like, that's where I was like, all right, that's a little corny on Funny Marco behalf. And like I don't, because I don't think you can't play both sides. You can't be like, I'll put out the content, I'm a profit from it, but I'm gonna play the victim. Or even if you were the person that learned from the lesson of this, we don't need to know that. Like, let that be in an interview that you have when you invited on another podcast, and they're like, "What do you think?" Like, for example, like what we're gonna talk about shortly. Like that was, I respect I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, but essentially. I'll play the clip in a second, but about a year ago, Rick Ross went on 85 South. Yeah, great podcast with a lot of great comedians, and they do tours. Yeah, they're most of them are on Wild and Out, or half of them are on Wild and Out, essentially.
They got a Netflix special now.
They got a Netflix special. They funny. They are funny guys. They are guys that are aware of how funny they are. Like, that's what I'm saying. They know how I've seen them guys in every stand-up podcast, radio shows, all sorts of stuff, and I've seen them like be funny in every single instance or whatever. Especially DC Young Fly. So DC Young Fly went on Rory and Mall, and he talked about how they asked him what he thought about Rick Ross walking off of the show. Yeah. So, hold on, I'm going to play this clip Nope, no ads. I need to pay for premium at some point, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that's elite.
Right.
That's elite right there. I don't care if they changed it to 10 cents. I ain't got it.
Right.
Take over.
I don't hear it.
Huh? You can't hear it?
No.
Because I still listen to him.
Let me play it over. All right, it's 33 seconds in, so
so he's left. He's not coming back. Because sometimes you just gotta roll with shit. And y'all did a great job of just continuing.
I'm gonna be 100. I know they're gonna be clickbait like a motherfucker. I ain't like it.
You didn't like when he walked off.
What didn't you like about it? But I didn't like it.
All right, I'm glad you said that,
Ross, because I still listen to him. Like, this ain't one of them. Like,
yeah.
So what I like about this is that he kept it real, but he goes on to be like, no, I don't like, that's unprofessional. Like, and I can't say nothing. Again, this is the opposite of the Funny Marco response. Like, I can't say nothing because you Rick Ross, and it's gonna like look like I'm trying to either pick on you or people gonna think it's a certain way. But I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna keep it moving. And when it's time to tell a story, when it blows over, let me tell it. Let me tell it in a way that's honest, but also in a way that doesn't seem like I'm trying to get clout or something like that.
How high was Rick Ross, bro? Because I see him like
very. I thought he was asleep on the couch.
He said he went to the bathroom and forgot. It just left.
Yeah, and then he said, he didn't feel like being there. And like I heard him say a couple things, and my thing is like, I don't understand why you walk off on. That's what DC Young Fly said. Why you walk off on us? Like it's us. Like it ain't like somebody else. We ain't lame. Like we ain't treat you no sort of way or whatever. And Rick Ross didn't say nothing like that they gave him off vibes or anything like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I watched it. It wasn't like anything intense was going on. It was just a funny interview.
Right.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and I appreciate them putting it out.
The biggest.
And just letting people, like you said, people didn't know if that was like planned or what. They just kind of was like, and that kind of added to it. It actually made it funnier. And so, like, again, like I said, a year and a half or however long later, we hearing about it. It's like, kind of makes it a thing. Let's get, actually, you want to intro this 1989?
Sure. Friday, Taylor Swift re-released her classic album from I want to say 2012. Her classic album from 10 years ago, 2014, 1989. And
go ahead.
Bro, you could turn.
Huh? Go ahead. I just doing. I'm here for the shit playing the slaps. That's all.
You could turn. Fam, turn this off. This is that's your tag for damn sure. First of all, this is the last good album.
It is.
Yeah, I hate that song. No, that is like one of my least favorite songs ever.
What? But, you like the Bad Blood remix?
I hate Bad Blood as well. I like Trouble. I knew you were in trouble. Yeah, I think it's funny. I wanted to talk about the concept of what artists is doing now, how they're getting their masters back and they re-releasing their classic songs and albums so that they could make money off of them.
Yeah,
I feel like it's genius. And she's one of the people that spearheaded that movement.
Right.
With the whole her leaving Scooter Braun.
I'm gonna get back to her because she's unique, I would say.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti in the Drink Champs interview. First of all, I hate Drink Champs interviews now. Y'all making people look crazy on there. And it never looked like y'all giving them flowers. It just looks like they go on there. They just had Kodak Black on there. He looked like he about to fall out.
He was drunk or what?
Or what? Whatever. Whatever that other thing.
I haven't seen it.
Or what?
That's crazy.
No, he looked crazy. And I don't appreciate Drink Champs because they don't know that they don't know what it looks like to make people look good on the podcast. They know what it looks like to ask a lot of like intriguing questions, but they don't know how to. Anyways, all that, like Irv Gotti in that example too. I would have never put that first or whatever Irv Gotti interview out where he was talking about Ashanti. But in that interview, he was complaining about that. He was saying like, yo, like, and for people that's not familiar, recording an album or song or a album is a few parts. It's publishing and it's the master recording. Mm-hmm. The label, they can make money off both, or they have hands in both, and you have a hand in your publishing part or whatever. And some people sell off their publishing or they take an advance against their publishing. And the label will forever make money off of the copies of the master sold, streamed. And that's why like a lot of major label artists, they don't even make money off streams like that, which is why the label's usually running up the numbers.
Unless you on Tidal. They pay the most, but they get the least amount of streams.
I was like, what's that Jay-Z freestyle that he... Anyways.
Yeah, that was fire.
He was lying, though, but that was fire. But all I had to say is But after what people... So there's a clause in a lot of contracts that says that after a certain amount of years...
Exactly.
The master recording goes back to the artist.
Right.
Or not the master recording, because that the label usually owns that forever. But the rights to re-record the master recording goes to the artist. Like, so in Ashanti's case, she did it, but that's really because she heard like Taylor Swift was one of the people.
She was one of the first people, and a lot of older acts. For me, I would see why Irv Gotti's coming from a different position because he's not coming from the artist side. Right. He's coming from the label side. Yeah. My man, the people is taking their rights back. I'm all for it. The only time I'm not all for it because Taylor Swift and Ashanti probably, I haven't listened to her re-recording, they still got the talent enough where they can re-record. Some people have been doing I didn't hear some re-recordings and it took away from the credit, the integrity of the track. And I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot who it was. But it was a classic song, and I'm like, oh no.
Somebody had auto-tune in their joint.
Yeah, no.
And it was like a 60s joint. And I'm like,
exactly, dude.
I'm gonna have to figure this out.
And with these real big classics, people like know like every ad lib down to the second. So changing just the smallest thing like changes the vibe of the track.
Yeah, that's like you said, it's tricky. It's tricky because
my thing is but this isn't old enough to me. Like 1989 isn't old enough to be re-releasing it. Right. I don't know, especially when that one is still on streaming services. So the people that's actually buying this and like streaming it is really like looking out for their girl because at least when Drake did it wasn't re-released. He just put out songs that wasn't on streaming services. Right. Put it in a package and re-release. This is already on streaming services.
And also, and this is what I would say is the difference between Taylor Swift and everybody else is like Taylor is still extremely famous. Yeah. And so like everybody else I would say everybody else don't have that benefit because exactly. And Ashanti's not as famous as she was in her prime. No, she's 100%. A legacy act.
She's different from everybody else that's redoing this.
Right. So yeah. So you're right. I mean, you're right in the way of being like, yo, this song it's just 6 years ago or just 9 years ago you just dropped this. Like, whereas Ashanti, it was like, yo, this is 20 years ago, 25 years ago, or whatever. Actually, no. But 15 years ago or whatever. And so, like, I think I'm all for people doing it, but I'm not all for everybody doing it.
No, exactly. The only problem is, like, because even with Taylor Swift, her best songs, in my opinion, is already behind her. So like her re-recording this album, like I get it, you getting your slaps back, but still tight. Like, but whatever, she a billionaire, she'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll be all right. She you heard what she made.
This go number one.
Yeah.
You talking about the concert?
Yeah,
movie?
Concert movie.
Actually, that was a genius deal in herself too. She
100%
cut out the middleman.
Distributing your own joint.
This is what I don't get. Every now and then, some people, and in her case, should realize they big enough to bust those type of moves to maximize money, but they just fall into what the system already is. Like,
right, exactly.
Plenty of people could have already did this and been fine.
Yeah, exactly. Especially that concert bit. Because it doesn't, I mean, she only actually, well, I think she's not only, but what she spent on it and the ROI is crazy. Mm-hmm. Especially on, you're already doing tour. You're already, like, all you need, like, all it takes to ask them Rock the Mic tour guys, all you need is a little bit of behind the scenes. You get some in the stands. They weren't even getting like high quality audio for that DVD or for that documentary. But like it doesn't take a lot. Like what everybody had a camera. I was about to say
people not even watching it for the music. They just watching to see what's going on.
Right. Exactly.
Let me see what she's doing backstage. Let me see how she prepped for this. Let's see what happened when she hop off stage. How she doing these costume switches. That's really what those is for. So yeah.
You know what I would have wanted to see? I would have loved to see a documentary on a recent like 50 Cent's last. This is like
this tour that he doing right now.
Because he be doing that little goofy, the little outfit switch.
That magic thing. Yeah, I saw plenty.
He really
videos
like
going around.
He like, and I'm happy he's proud of like the Harry Potter outfit switch. That's
crazy.
But I want to see like what came about because I know he released but he did. Yeah. I really like how he do stuff. He released a book. He's been doing interviews.
Nah.
He still does traditional rollouts.
Yeah.
And he did the tour, which
that tour was good. I saw a lot of old people talk about it was better than the Drake tour. Stop it, but it's all good.
I get it because
I get what you said for you because you heard it in the club. Well, shut up. Just shut up,
and I wouldn't even honestly. I wouldn't even want to see 50 Cent, like, because I would want to see 50. I have a different view of 50, like that allows me to appreciate him. One, it wouldn't. If he does a show where in the club is not played, but all the other slaps don't get rich without trying.
Yeah. I'm trying to hear What Up Gangsta.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear What Up Gangsta. I'm trying. If you're gonna go to the Massacre, I'm not really trying to hear a little bit in Candy Shop. I want to hear In My Hood. I want to hear Get in My Car. I want to hear all them joints. Or even of G Unit, Beg for Mercy joints. You know what I mean? So but you know how G Unit is right now or whatever. But speaking of what's important to RapCity, did you catch you didn't catch the RapCity Doc?
No, I saw like a 5-minute parts of it, and man, that just took me back down memory lane.
It was illuminating me because I didn't realize that when we got into RapCity, like our generation, we got literally in the Big Tigger but Big Tigger was like the 5th host or the 4th host.
Yeah. I knew they had
it started in
like
1989.
Huh.
And it didn't have the same aesthetic. It was like just like a radio show, like your variety. You know how they had the variety shows back in the day, and it wasn't getting the most money because rap wasn't the like biggest. It was on the cusp, on a rise, and it wasn't. But like the way it changed over so many times and so many generations. And then when they brought Tigger in, that's when they made it the basement.
Yeah. Then they introduced the booth.
Yeah, which Tigger was the only basement RapCity person that could rap.
Yeah.
I mean, him and one other guy, but the one other guy wasn't the booth. But
that's what I watched. I watched about 5-10 minutes on the booth. For me, the booth is one of the most, like, it's up there for one of the most like platforms that like progressed hip hop.
Oh, 100%.
And it's crazy because first of all, it wouldn't happen nowadays. The names that they got in hindsight is crazy. You got Jay-Z in the height of Jay-Z, Nas.
They had
the height
Jay-Z.
of Nas, like Wayne. They had everybody. These people ain't doing that. You're not getting a Jay-Z freestyle.
They had a Jay, but they had the Jay-Z freestyle before the Black Album.
No, exactly.
Like
right.
it was literally he was on
yeah.
doing press for the Black Album.
Right.
And even at that time, like 106
this was on
coming
BET,
up.
Right, yeah.
106 was coming. Don't get me wrong, 106 was bubbling. But like most people, they would do like when 106 came along was kind of squat. They needed a 106 too. It was equally important for the culture.
No,
but it
100%.
kind of they was talking about the beef that was in between RapCity and 106 because 106 came, they're easily number one, the number one show. Then you're number two. But like a lot of them rappers, they would go to like, for example, Jay-Z would go to RapCity,
right,
and not go to 106 sometimes. Like,
that's smart. First of all, I would do them for two different reasons. 106, if I got a fire video, I'm doing that.
Right.
But if
I'm Chingy, I'm going to 106.
No, exactly. And 106 got the same big names. Like what happened? That's when BET was at his apex. Well, both of them shows did for BET is amazing because since they lost their luster, BET didn't lost its prestige.
Yeah, it's
and now you got people like Ice Spice not showing up to their awards, so that's crazy.
Yeah, and all of that is tied together. I think the documentary did a really good job of illuminating that. BET didn't know
how big it'd be.
Yeah, they didn't realize how big RapCity was.
Yeah, and
they didn't realize how important it was until they had to close the door on it because they shifted to reality TV and all that stuff.
Same thing MTV did. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But the problem is now there are no platforms to introduce artists.
Yeah. No, 100% right.
Like that's why I'm gonna play this freestyle on this on a radar thing in a bit, but like. That's because it's literally like what Tim Westwood is in London, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's in London doing these freestyles with major artists and London artists too or whatever. But like there are not a lot of these. Like that whole freestyle, flex freestyle, that comes from RapCity. You know what I'm saying? Like essentially, like in my eyes,
that generation.
It made it bubbling,
Big
popular.
Boy, LA Leakers, yeah. But
All
still,
that. Sway, all that, or at least that component, came from RapCity in the basement.
So speaking of the speaking of the
Let's
booth.
Let's talk about it.
So when I was watching, they was talking about the booth, and they was talking about how bigger. First of all, shout out Big Tigger, because he always freestyled.
It was fire.
I would say it was probably about
80% of the time.
I would say about 10% of the rappers that came up there freestyle. Shout out Ludacris. And everybody else wrote a written, which is fire, which was cool because most of the written people didn't know anyway.
Right. Especially if you like the Diplomats. They have so many mixtape records. It's like
I liked it when people came up there with verses that we never heard. Long as we never heard it, it's fine. If I got the album a day later and heard it,
then I'm mad.
Okay, cool.
If I got it off LimeWire an hour later, I'm pissed.
Yeah, but if you spit a verse we heard, now you're nasty.
Yep.
What is the best for you?
Yeah,
okay, I got two questions.
I
got two questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we'll do. Give me your top 3 verses from the booth, and then just give me your top 3 people to do it. Period. Because some people did it so many times that you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
In order or what?
No, not in order.
Okay,
but
just 3. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do that because there's so many. I was thinking about it as I was watching the joint. So I definitely am gonna go with the Cam verse I played earlier, only because when you listen to it, if you rap. And if you listen to rap for a while, you saw that he put like 5 verses together in that little freestyle. Like that freestyle was like that, whatever that first 4 bars was, and then he had to switch it up, and he had no problem with it. But then when he kept going, and it was like it's kind of like it kind of reminded me of like I was just watching this Jeremy Lin clips from the Jeremy Lin documentary where he was getting hot. He got hot that first game, and it was like I didn't know I was gonna have this many points by the half, but now I got to keep it rocking, and that's what that freestyle feels like because it was like that whole going into the listen to Cam, listen to man, and then he switched it to this whole other bit. Even if all of those were written, the skill it takes to like string all that together and it be swaggy. It didn't look like he forgot nothing. It didn't look like he tried hard. It just was like it went. You want to go one for what, or you want me to go through all of mine?
Sure, we'll go 1 and 1. That's my number 1. So you can go straight to your next one. Harlem in the chat.
Harlem's 115, 140th in Lenox, Broadway. Ludacris.
Damn, that's
rapping on his own beat.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, stand up.
No, not stand up. It was Blow It.
Yeah, Blow It. Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Yes.
And the beat was slow enough for him to like build up really good punches because like I'm the person I didn't really like the stand up beat. I think that beat is like goofy. I think that's a goofy Kanye beat. It's like
Kanye might be looking for you.
Well, he be looking for a lot of stuff right now, but
that's my number 2 as well.
Yeah, so, I figured.
That's what's up.
The third one, this is where. So I'm gonna get my honorable mention before I get my third one.
I got an honorable mention too. That's funny.
My honorable mention is Killer Mike.
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't even like a particularly skilled freestyle, but like it was off sheer like effort. Like it was like he was going in there, I think after like Big Boy, and you could tell it was still a hungry Killer Mike, and so he's like. They rapping on Wanksta or whatever. So I thought that was really special. Okay. That's my
honorable mention is actually Lil Bow Wow. First of all, he had a scheme. And he had 2 verses, and it was crazy. It was so crazy. Like, Tigger was going nuts. He was doing, like, I wonder if it's a song. I don't know Bow Wow songs outside of that. But, like, he was talking about basically celebrity women that he wanted to, like, be with type deal. And he had some crazy bars.
First of all,
that was going.
J-Lo. I don't know. I don't want to go where everybody been.
Yes, sir, bro. Shout out,
crazy. That's a crazy verse from
crazy.
Like an 18-year-old.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Shout out Bow Weezy, bro. That is nuts. I watch that at least once a year, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I go back to it. Like, he said, trying to fit 3LW into my 2-seater. That's nuts, bro.
Dog was going crazy. He was going crazy.
He was going crazy, bro.
Oh my goodness. Okay, number 3. I've been this one's hard because originally I was gonna say Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Wayne had which one though?
Wayne got that even in the dungeon. When he remixed that one with the other one. And I thought that but I heard all of the songs.
Yeah. So for me, no, I hear you. Wayne got one that he did. I forgot the verse he did. He did a verse off the Carter one, but halfway through it, he did a whole verse I ain't never heard before. Yeah. Okay, you running with a Don, come through, nice ice bucket on my arm.
Yes.
Yeah. That's I like that
young
Wayne.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dang it, I'm trying to.
You want me to say mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my number 3 is Ludacris again. They did. I want to say it's like a pimp. And he was talking about,
that one.
He was talking about kidnapping free.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Ludacris got 2 of my top 3,
crazy.
Bro. And he also the number 1 for me.
Yeah, he the number 1 rapper in the booth.
In the booth,
period.
Yes, sir.
Period. I think I heard Redman had a fire one.
Yeah.
At some point, but they are not. I feel like Ludacris was there often.
Dude.
Yeah, I think other than that, who do I want to go with? I think I'm gonna go with Kanye. Actually, I'm gonna go with Kanye.
Kanye had one.
Yeah, Kanye had one.
Yeah, Kanye. That's in my top 5 too.
Yes, and I'm sure I've heard some of those bars all over the place.
Are you talking about where he did the? What's the one with?
Not
Brandy?
to his own beat, but yeah, that one.
Brandy, yeah.
Oh no, that was over his own beat. That was.
I don't remember.
Because then he flipped that into the other bit that I haven't heard.
Mr. Maui out of town. That was Maui.
Got so many. They start calling me
Ralphie. Yeah, that's fire, dog.
But then in the wars didn't allow. Yeah, that was crazy.
Shout out Ye. Shout out Luda. Shout out Wayne. Shout out Cam.
Yeah, RapCity
Shout out Big Tigger.
Yeah, RapCity is it's something else, man. RapCity is like, without RapCity, I probably wouldn't be like. I started freestyling because of RapCity.
I hear you on that one, right? Might have. Yeah, because when did they start Freestyle Fridays on 106?
Yeah, Freestyle Friday was, mind you, that was after, right?
So BET really held the culture down, bro.
Yo, they were the culture, and I think MTV knew that at a point, which is like why MTV got to the point where they pivoted into reality TV earlier than BET, because they was like, yo, TRL, we're not breaking new artists, we're not and obviously, like, it's Viacom, so it's all really owned by the same people, just managed by different people. But MTV realized, in a way, what BET was doing. And so, essentially, like, because at some point, you had to go to MTV first in order to kind of, like, blow and break. And people still made their pit stops there, but everybody made sure to go to the basement. Everybody made sure to go to 106, and all of that sort of stuff. Even the Freestyle Friday, shout out Blind Fury. Shout out Jen the MC.
Yeah, Hollow the Don.
Like later, early on. Yeah, that was like early Hollow. So yeah, there's that. I want to play this freestyle for you.
Okay.
And I want to get your honest opinion on this. I'm like, so Lil Yachty has his crew. They're called the Stone something, the Concrete Cypher. This is what it's called. They call it the Concrete Boys something. So I'm not gonna play the whole cipher because I don't care about it. Because it's like they rap on the same beat and it like switches up, and like the concept is cool, but when the beat that you rapping on ain't fire, but all y'all rapping on the same beat, it ain't that. All right, I don't know how you feel about this like offbeat flow, style of flow. I'm gonna play it for you. Let me know what you think. People are going crazy over this verse. All right, here we go.
Take over. Take over. Take over.
All right, let's see how long it takes.
Nigga that I trust to knock off the dust. Walker that sack under my arm, cause stacking up a must. I crushed the perk into the tusk, too beat up the fuss. move like a boss. I'm not like them, they doing such and such. I was selling lemonade while y'all would double dutch. I used to scam, I used to trap, I never cuddled much. I to the AM, stretch my plans, I never settle much. I slipped on pimping once. You asked for hoes, I brought them round and you ain't flipping once. Got all them guns, put in your name and you ain't gripping once. He sent the money for some pints, but I ain't shipped not one. It's caribou, I'm not the two, you gotta know I'm up. I heard you been say you the one, I guess it never stuck. I'm too stuck up, just like antennas, so let me get the signal.
All right, I'm gonna fade it out. Yeah. All right. What do you think of this? What do you think of what you just heard?
Come on, dog. I didn't. First of all, the bars was cool, so I didn't like the energy though, bro. I don't like this new. And then she's the only one.
Like,
like I
well, she wasn't
like,
the only one.
Like girls,
there was other people. But.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I don't know, just the new way that chicks is rapping now. But bro, I need a little more energy, bro. Especially if you saying some tough stuff.
Yeah,
like them is some tough bars for chicks. Like,
yeah,
man, I'm gonna need you to like put these dudes in their place. Like, I'm hearing now. I'm just man. But the bars was there. I ain't mad at the bars.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think like I like it. I even like her over the beat. I just like I need like. I don't know what it is. The nonchalant rap, I'm like, what with? Like, cause I like the fact that you can like, deliver
it's a place for it.
Yeah, a certain kind of level like of energy, because now rap is like all over the place. Either everybody traps really hard or traps in a certain way, and this is like in betweens in the middle. I don't know. I thought it was interesting, but it's going viral, so that's definitely why I wanted to play it. What else we got? Offset Funk Flex. Do we want to? No, we don't need to play it. Offset Freestyle a few weeks back, maybe a month back.
It was last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
That was last week.
Yeah,
he freestyled on Funk Flex.
Album drop, yeah.
What did you think?
He did the baby beat. It was fire, bro. He got off, bro. It's one of the best freestyles I heard in a minute on Funk Flex, bro. And this is coming from a 9. Cause everybody go crazy when these lyrical dudes go up there, bro. But he was going nuts.
Offset might be like the most low key of lyricists, cause he a lyricist. Like he literally be the way he string words together, punches together. It's not. I don't know if everybody like thought like the Migos was just like you hear Versace like very early on, and you like, oh, this is like kind of funny rap. This isn't like. Every time I hear the Migos freestyle, like when I would hear them freestyle, RP Takeoff, they always fire. It's always fire. They always saying some catchy bars, and I'm like, yo, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie. And Offset has been doing that lately because he freestyled on a couple other joints, and I'm like, I feel like he's a lot. I don't know. I feel like he might be the best rapper alive right now. Just with how he's rapping on his freestyles.
Okay,
the music is the music, but I'm like, dog, ain't nobody giving this effort on these freestyles like Offset is. Even Drake, like I feel like Drake used to do that.
Yeah.
Drake is taking kind of like a chill backseat. Even like with him and that Central C freestyle,
which everybody was going crazy over.
I liked it when I first heard it.
Kids liked it.
You said who?
I said my little brother loved it, bro. I was like, yo, it's cool. It's damn near a single now, like.
Right. Yeah.
Boy, for a freestyle, it's crazy.
Yeah. Let's do this. Where are we at? For all the dogs.
Yeah, revisit.
Right, we here.
Yes, sir.
Couple weeks later.
Speaking of Drake, bro. Album is fire, bro. I don't know what you talking about. The album is fire, so
for
bro.
Those who don't know,
this is crazy, dog. Because go ahead.
Yeah, for those who don't know, we reviewed For All the Dogs. Was that last episode?
That was the last episode.
Last episode. I didn't like it.
Well, I didn't like it either.
I still think it's Drake's worst album.
See, I disagree now.
Okay, I would love to hear your updated take on this album.
Yes, bro. It's funny because. If Drake, I don't know how many albums Drake got, but let's say Drake has 10 albums.
Yeah.
Of the 10, 7 of them, the first time I heard them, I hated them. And then slowly as I keep listening to them, then I started liking them. Then I was like, okay, I just wasn't in the mood at that time. But when this came out, I was like, bro, I don't even want to put in the effort to try to like these. But so I didn't even listen to it. I listened to it one time through. Never came back to it. I took a week off of it. Came back to it. It's fire, bro. That album is fire. The
what
reason was
changed for you?
this
Yeah.
is what changed. The first time I listened to it, got off work. So I'm already lit. I'm up.
Vibes matter.
I'm up.
Vibes matter.
I'm trying to is lit right now. I'm trying to get straight to some bars. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for first. I want some straight rap. This time when I turned it on, I'm on my way to work. It's 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. Cold. Cold, bro. Just straight cold. I would say, first of all, it's better than Honestly Never Done. That goes without saying. But secondly, it's better than Certified Lover Boy.
I still don't know about. Actually, I don't know. I can't say. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't go back to CLB either.
No,
So
I know. That's what I'm
for me
saying.
to, like, kinda
So for
gauge.
me, the highs on CLB is higher than the highs on here.
Yeah.
Because CLB still got Champagne Poetry.
Yeah, Champagne Poetry.
Right.
The joint with Future.
Exactly. TSU, In Too Deep. Those is better than the best songs on here, with the exception of First Person Shooter. But the lows on CLB, the lows on this album is way better than the lows on that album, because CLB got songs that I only
CLB got
listened to one time.
CLB got that. It's some really corny stuff on here. Girls Want Girls.
Yeah, that's trash.
Way Too Sexy.
The whole feature is horrible. That whole song is horrible.
Love All. Yeah, No Friends in the Industry. I wasn't a fan of that too.
Honestly, I like that song. Yeah.
No, I like Knife Talk. That's the joint.
Knife Talk is fire.
7 a.m. on Bridal Path. I'm trying to see. I don't know, man.
A
Race
Tit
My
of
Mind.
Cool.
Fountains. Actually, no, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't listened to the rest of this album. Get Along Better. You Only Live Twice. Where he disses Swiss Beats. Yeah, and he has a song. Him and
that song fire with Wayne and Rick Ross.
Yeah.
All the songs I hated on the first listen on is the songs I like now too. Like the Yachty song ain't bad, except for Yachty part. I'm sorry, can't do that.
I don't understand
Chief
it.
Keef song is fire, bro.
I told you I like that one. I like that Chief Keef song.
Fear Heights is cold, bro. Oh man, even the sexy red joint is fire. Mine is Sexy Red.
Mine is Sexy Red.
Bro, Sexy Red.
Mine is
almost
Sexy.
messed
First of
up
all,
the
mine is
song.
Sexy Red. Add an 808, and that song is out of here.
It'd be number one. It'd be the
outta
number
here.
one song. No, straight up. Soon as she come on, I'm like, that's why I didn't even listen to it. I'm like, oh no, what is happening?
I think Sexy Red is an acquired taste.
Yeah,
It's not
but
for
I
me.
like when it's on her stuff. Like she had the Sama Jukin. But I wasn't ready for it on this bad boy. I didn't know what type of energy she was gonna bring.
Yeah, no, I think I still feel the same way. I still feel like the album could have been trimmed down. This is what I
Straight
said
up.
last time. You shot me down. I said if you trim this album down, like if it's 13 songs,
Yeah.
this could flow completely correctly. Like
Yeah.
if you don't tuck away, like I heard somebody else, Clock Radio Speakers, the podcast, they did a review on this too, and they pointed out how the fact like he buries these songs, like he has all these slow songs in the second half, but you have like Eddie M and Charlotte,
that's
Rich
another
Baby
thing I
Daddy,
did,
like
yeah. Another thing I did, I put it on shuffle.
yeah, oh yeah,
Way
that's
better
good.
on shuffle.
That's good.
Way
Because I don't
better on
trust what
shuffle.
you was put.
Yeah, no, way better on
Yeah.
shuffle. Trust me, dog. But that's all I want to say. It ain't a class or nothing, but it's a good album, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah. I still think it's Drake's worst album, but I also don't. The only thing that changed from here to now is me thinking how well, like when Drake takes his time off, how well that's gonna help him kind of improve like his artistic vision. And also, I kind of want to hear some of the other OVO guys more. Like I just heard that like Neo was supposed to come out with an album with him, Party Next Door, and Eric Bellinger or whatever. And they all, if you know, you know. They like they probably pinned between them. They've pinned all of the hottest songs in R&B in the past decade. So like, it's some people that like I've wanted to hear from the OVO group.
That's the new
Majid Jordan.
That's
like,
the new Tank to them. What was they out? TFT?
Oh yeah, so they were going to be called. Neo said that they were going to be called Pin, Party,
okay.
Eric, and Neo or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm like, and they all writers. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie,
I
that's
see what
on
he
those,
did. That's
but I
that's
ain't
a
mad.
bar. I'm asleep.
They are. That's how you know they writers.
That's crazy.
You come up with a code name for your writing group, but they was gonna come out with an album, and they all got busy or whatever. But I would like to see. I need to see Drake in that Toronto bag. I need him to go to Houston a little bit, maybe. Stay away from Atlanta. Stay with Party. Let him lace you with 5-6 hot joints, like on if you're reading this, and just kind of like, I don't know. I think I just want to hear him comfortable. I think that's the other thing too. None of this music sounds like, what's the word? I hate to say organic because that's a terrible word to use, but it sounds forced for me or whatever. I just kind of want him to get back to like comfortable Drake, because I feel like he felt comfortable on I Honestly Never Mind, even though I'm not going back and listening to that like crazy, maybe. But like when I hear Jimmy Cooks
is fire.
Yeah, I mean, like I want that pocket of Drake or whatever. But I think he thinks he's giving us that on this album a lot or whatever. But yeah, so I'm glad you like it though. I'm glad you got some slaps to run around to. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try a different song this time for this segment.
Let's get it. It's my new favorite segment, by the way.
Facts. So we're gonna, for those who don't know, we're gonna get into story time with Slime. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we're gonna get right. So yeah.
Take over.
All right, we're here. Story time with Slime. And story time with Slime, I like to talk about Reddit threads that I'm in, any like viral stories involving relationships, love, family, beef. But the kind of icebreaker I want to start and get into is so you've heard about Cheesecake Girl.
That's what they call her?
That's the girl that
That's
refused
hilarious.
to go to Cheesecake.
Yeah.
So she did like some follow-up interview with some
She had
on the
an
podcast.
interview. That's crazy.
And with
They
the
found this chick.
And the guy too. They found the guy too.
Yeah,
so
that's
again, I don't know if that was staged or not. Whatever.
That's
If it
lit.
was, it's still funny.
Right.
But I always think it's funny because of the reactions that come from that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because of this, people
Idiots.
who were agreeing with her and these women created a thread.
Yes.
I'm not going to read that, but a thread of places that to not take them on a first date.
Is this how the list came?
That's how the list came.
Okay.
It came from that.
Okay.
And
all right.
so
Sweet.
on that list, Cheesecake was on there.
That was like number 1 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowling alley, church,
Right.
coffee,
Mm-hmm.
Wingstop, BW3s, arcade, a bunch of different places.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I want to get your reaction.
Yes.
Was there anything on that? You saw the list. Was there
Yes.
anything on that list that you agree with
Yes.
to not take on the first
Off
date?
the top, it was one that I definitely agree, and that was church.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane, bro. Whoever got that off.
First of all, that is the most cult thing
That's
you can do.
crazy. That's crazy. Baby, you look fine. Have you met Jesus?
Right, yeah, that's
ill.
That's ill. That's like the church F boy. That's a totally different type of. You a wild boy. If you,
like meeting at church is one thing.
That's
That's
one
cool.
thing.
First date at church is actually unheard of.
That's
So
a wild boy.
Y'all did a good job with that. I feel like it was one more that I was like, okay, they actually might have nailed this one.
Yeah, I agree with the BW3s. I don't think.
Well,
that-
for me, yeah, because if you're eating wings, your hands going. It's more like eating wings because
Yes,
you don't want
it's
to
not
like
a fun.
get
Yeah.
like all saucy.
I'm not gonna look swaggy if I got like the wild sauce on my lips. Pause. Like that's crazy. And I think that let's see, list of let's see, no first dates. See if I can. I tried to look this up before, but I couldn't find it. Oh, here we go. viral list of first dates. Okay, I ain't gonna read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of crazy. Or you want me to shoot it to
Oh,
you?
the other one that I would say is they had like a Netflix and chill or whatever.
Yeah, Netflix
That
don't do
team,
that.
Like, yeah,
Don't be scummy.
Yeah. That one.
I think the gym is
Jim, that's crazy.
That's interesting.
Whoever got that off is sick.
Yeah, you a sick boy. Let's see. On here, family functions. That's also
well,
I agree
first
with that.
date is because
That's
I don't
wild.
know if y'all got sisters like me and stuff, but nah, I want to make sure our bond is strong enough for you to be my sisters. You know what I mean?
Take over.
You know what I mean? You might not come out the same woman you was going in. Yeah.
It'll take a lot of character building, you know.
Right.
But no, it's definitely. If you
I
was
only
around my
keep
mom, I
finding the
feel the
first
exact
28.
same way. Oh, you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, I only can see the first 28.
So Delish actually reposted it too, which is funny. I just airdropped it to you. All right, if you got it, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so yeah, out of this list, I think a buffet is also sick. I think like
Yeah, cause
I don't know
keep
no
getting
good
up.
buffets where that like you could get that off at, like Chinese buffets here. Like I don't know where you would go. You go OCB when they don't. Yeah, they got OCBs here, Old Country buffets. That's just not a vibe that I'm willing to sit in with somebody and enjoy. That's just not.
Also, I'm assuming that we at least, I say 18 and up for these.
Oh, 100%.
Because they got like fast food. If you like 14, you take it. That's fine.
No, do your
bro.
thing. First of
Yeah,
all,
I mean,
all of this is, if you under 18, all of this is fair game,
Yeah,
except
right,
for
right.
Netflix.
But so those is the ones I agree with. The list in general,
Trash.
if we on this, no. You listen. I ain't gonna do it. I was about to call you all out your name. But listen, you ladies gotta stop playing, bro. This list was first of all developed by women that can't get a man. Let's keep it 100.
Let's take it a step further. This was developed by broke women.
No, exactly.
Like
that's so fat.
If you're a woman and like ice cream ain't enough for you,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Olive Garden ain't enough for you, cheesecake ain't enough.
That's
for
what
you,
I'm saying, bro.
You are poor,
Seriously,
because you are literally trying to get your food off on date. Like you're trying to leech off of people for dates,
bro. Sports events. What are you talking about, bro? The bar for drinks?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yo, let me tell you, coffee dates, because this actually, so coffee dates went viral.
Bowling?
So this is my second point. Also, the people that made this list are not fun people to be around.
Correct.
These are miserable people to be
Correct.
around.
These is lames. Y'all like, this is people that's just doing it for online.
Right.
These is people that can't keep a man for sure.
100%. But also because like you know what's crazy? Like there is in a dating scene, there's this like trope, and it go both ways. But sometimes women allow, like, they want their man to be the only source of entertainment for them.
No, that's that. Yeah.
So like they have to bring the spark, they gotta bring the ideas, they
Right.
gotta crack all the jokes, and it's like, I don't know. For me, that's kind of foul. Like I get
that shit is trash.
Yeah, I get if you naturally the funnier person in a relationship, but like to be the only source of entertainment, because that's what all this is. Like, yo, if you can't go bowling and not take yourself seriously to go bowling,
That's crazy.
like. What is that? Like,
no,
what?
that is nuts, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yo,
Bro.
First of all, I'm gonna keep it real, ladies. Some of you women is a Wingstop first date. Like, okay, like some of you women, the reason why y'all got taken to these places that's on this list is because that's what you is. Like, you know what I mean?
If you get picked up on 28 for Burlow, I don't want to hear nothing.
Like, bro.
I want to hear nothing about
like,
you not wanting lemon pepper wings.
Bro, they
bro.
put Wingstop and then they have fast foods. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Getting Starbucks off. Coffee date. They got
Starbucks
and then coffee date.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know why they don't like that? And it goes along with the bar thing, because you have to bring personality.
No, exactly.
Like, so you can't just sit and be like pretty or whatever. And again, I want to say it's both ways, but let's be honest, it's one way. But
no, you're right. It's broke bitches, bro. This is You bitches is crazy, bro. And I'm tired of this, bro. Now, like some of the stuff that's on this list
100%.
is like, okay, if the reasoning was good, I get it. Like you got the movies on here. If this just because we should be talking on the first date, it makes sense, and you're not doing that if you're watching the screen.
Right, exactly.
But that ain't why it's on. It's because you just gonna spend $18 on a movie.
Right.
Like that's what we doing. That's really what it is, and y'all trash, bro.
Yeah, that this was the funniest thing that I seen all week.
No, I was dying.
Cause I was like, and I saw the response. You see the response?
No, I just see
it was
like
it was
like the fellas made a list.
It was places that women think that they need to go on a first date or whatever.
But they had
all these outlandish places.
They had the Met Gala.
they put Philippe. They put flown out. They put anywhere that involves like a Birkin bag or whatever.
Straight
it's
up.
Because where you think you going on that first
That's
date?
what it is. That's these social media chicks, bro. Y'all
100%.
gotta relax, man. Straight up. That's hilarious.
So yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with that.
Nah, if you a Wingstop caliber lady, like lower your standards.
Right. Yeah, be self-aware. Okay.
Straight up.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go into. I got a few "Am I the asshole" stories that I want to read. So this one: Am I the asshole for taking a prize money from a kid? This is so stupid, but I want to know if I'm the a-hole or not. So my family plays bowling poker. First of all, wild game. You get a strike or spare, you get a card. Okay. There's that's your hand, and after actual bowling ends. Well, we had a big family party today where we were bowling, and my cousin Tim was so excited to play with his own money. Everyone normal puts in $1 or $2. That's usually what this is going for. But he was watching TikToks and thought he was sure to score a 300 game in bowling. First of all, crazy. And he put $20 down. His 10-year-old bet $20 in a 1 to 2 average bet game. Well, he didn't win. I, 25, won and pocketed my prize money. Everybody, especially my cousin, was expecting me to give him back his money because he's just a little kid and doesn't understand. But my logic is, if he's old enough to put down 20, he's old enough to realize bets are final. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I actually think the kid is an asshole. Shit, dumbass. Stupid ass. Shit, broke ass, bro. That's crazy, dog.
Yo.
Nah, I would have given the kid his little 20 back. But still,
No, I mean.
But still, though, like, nah, you gotta at least, like, let him know. Like, bro, you can't just be throwing your money around like that, bro.
I'm gonna give you 5 back. I'm gonna keep that fit in. You cause you gotta learn, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
That's crazy.
First of all, like if anybody ever went bowling at 300 is crazy. Like you have to
that's all
be oddly consistent, or you got to do that little weird curveball that everybody do when you like in a pros or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, I'm never betting 20 on a game, like period.
Right.
Whatever. Like so that, I don't know. It's just
if you can bowl at 300, you shouldn't be only betting 20. Like you need to be hustling, like for real. Like you need to be betting college tuition.
Right.
Like, bro, if I get this 300, you gotta pay for my college.
Right. Facts.
Because you could sucker people into that bet.
Yeah.
A 20 piece. Now that you said it, yeah, you're right. I can't give them the whole 20 back.
Yeah. No, that's insane. Okay. Do I want to go this? Okay. All right, yeah, it's gonna be. This is long. Let me go on this other one first because I thought this was interesting. Am I the asshole for sharing a bed with my brother's girlfriend? I'm 18. My brother's girlfriend is 18, and my brother is 19. If it matters, we were staying in a hotel for a few nights because we were on a trip. My brother stayed at his friend's house for a bit, and me and his girlfriend went back to the hotel. We were both trying to have a nap. But she got in bed with me because it was really cold. And she was cuddling up to me to keep warm. We didn't have any extra blankets or anything. I woke up to my brother screaming at us both and saying how disgusting we are. We did explain to him and then nothing happened, but he was still really upset and angry. They're on the verge of breaking up, but I feel really shitty about it. I just wish my brother would understand that I don't like her that way at all, and she doesn't like me like that either. She was just cold. I'm wondering that I've messed up my relationship with my brother and my relationship with his girlfriend. I feel like it's kind of dumb though, because if I was a girl, he wouldn't care. Like, just because I'm straight doesn't mean I want to F every girl I interact with. My parents are pissed too, and said they're really ashamed of me. Am I the a-hole? Here we go. Edit. Just usually when they add something. I don't know if it changes anything, but I have known her before she knew my brother, and our relationship has been touchy in a platonic way, though. Thanks for the comments. I've replied to them all. Anyways, what do you think?
I would say you are a hoe and a liar, my nigga. You also a dead man, bro. What the hell?
Man.
Hell no, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, you an asshole, bro.
Yo,
bro.
Yo, first of all, trying to be an Eskimo brother.
No, exactly, bro.
Trying to be is crazy.
If your brother yelling at you to wake you up is actually he wild, because you would have got choked out. Like you would have got woke up to being choked out.
No, I would have left him. I would have left him.
Straight up, we ain't talking about edit. Your edit was trash.
Yeah,
bro.
my thing is just, the edit is crazy because you know
exactly.
her, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody knows how these relationships work, if you know the girl beforehand, then you have to be extra cautious. You don't be extra liberal.
Straight up.
You're extra cautious in that how that go with the next man or whatever. You don't double down and be like, you know what? We cool, so let's cuddle.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Also in this, your brother's girlfriend's a whore. I'm sorry. Can't leave that out. I'm sorry. She almost got away. Yep. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, whore.
The brother break up with her.
Yeah, straight up.
She ain't got no boundaries.
Got to.
Because Lord knows if it's the wrong circumstance and she had like alcohol in her system, what would happen? Because it's platonic, whatever.
Right,
I don't trust none of that.
Nah,
First of all,
he's lying, bro.
Yeah, and I don't trust the author. I don't trust no nice guys. I tell April all the time, like, nice guys are the worst people because if they do something like this, they never see themselves in the wrong, or they never see themselves like as potentially doing something harmful to somebody else's relationship, and they feel entitled. So he felt like because he knew her for a long time, that he was just entitled to like being in a specific
cuddling
way.
For he ain't no extra sheet. Shut up, bro.
This ain't the Ice Age.
Yeah, you gotta choke this nigga out, bro. That's wild.
No,
bro.
he gotta get snuffed.
No,
Sure.
exactly, dog. That's crazy.
Oh man, this one is a funny one, so I'm gonna read this one. I might do another one, but I'm gonna read this one. I got this one today, so this is funny. Am I the a-hole for disturbing my boyfriend in the shower? So my boyfriend, male, 28, got up earlier than me, female, 27, this morning. When I woke up, I had to pee so badly. Now I can hear my boyfriend was in the shower, so I decided I was going to wait for him to be done. After 5 minutes, I let him know I had to pee really badly, and I asked him if he was done soon. After another 5 minutes, I was in pain. I was sitting on the floor in front of the bathroom door because I was about to pee my pants, and it was hurting so bad. I knocked on the door again, and I apologized and said I really had to go. He got mad and got out the shower. I apologized over and over, explaining to him I always peed myself and I was in pain, but he would not listen. He was just mad and yelling. When I got out of the bathroom, he left and didn't come back for a while. When he did come back, he was grumpy and barely smoked. Am I the a-hole? I would like to add that the reason I just didn't pee while he was in there is because he doesn't like seeing or hearing people pee and doesn't want to be near someone peeing. Yes, here we go.
No, I don't think she a hole. I'm not gonna lie. Your boyfriend might be.
I think it's odd that you can't hear people pee.
No,
like, what is you doing in public?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why didn't you just piss? Isn't it? That's the whole thing,
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a simple problem for dudes. Just would have went outside, found a bush or some shit.
Right. but like, that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, no,
like a woman to, make it happen. Do what you got to do. Go to the gas station up the street.
Also, if my girl got to piss and I got to get out, I'm not talking to her.
I'm not mad.
Like, bro, get over it.
Mad about it.
Get over it, bro.
That's kind of crazy. Now, mind you, if it was a number 2, I might get out because that's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you messing up the steam is cooking. That ain't gonna work for me. But like, Number what?
Right.
You mad over the number one?
Right. Unless she always do this.
Right.
If I always got to hop out the bathroom after I'm already in, like, you got to use it before I go in, bro. I asked you before I went in the bathroom.
Right.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Let's do one more. One last one. This is great, actually. Am I the asshole for sending my daughter on a trip to Europe, but not my son? My 42 male wife's 40 female family is Mexican. And they follow tradition to hold a big party for the girls that are turning 15. We know these quinceañeras. That wasn't a part of my culture, and I never understood the point of spending so much money in a party anyway. Same. But we did save up for a while to throw one for my daughter. Until my daughter herself said a few months ago that she doesn't want to party and would prefer to spend that money on a trip. It will be a 30-day tour to Europe with a group of teenagers, including some school friends. That's crazy. 15 years old, 30 days in Europe. Here's the thing. My daughter has a twin brother. Of course, my son wouldn't get a quinceañera, even though they celebrate their birthday on the same day, because the party is just for girls. But since the party just turned into a birthday trip, he's upset and feeling left out. I tried to explain to him I'm not so financially comfortable right now to send both of them. I could find a way, but honestly, I don't want to spend anything beyond a quinceañera fund. We'll talk about that. He lashed out and told me his mother and I always favor his sister over him, which is very unfair. I then told him my father never paid for any of my trips, and the first time I went abroad, I was already an adult and did it with my own money. If that's what he wants, I suggest he could maybe look for a job. I get that I was harsh, but his sense of entitlement really threw me off. Am I the asshole for agreeing to the trip trip of where he'd be staying behind? What do we think?
I think you're poor.
You know what's funny about this?
I think the whole situation, I never thought about this until now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quinceañera, 15 and twins, a boy and a girl. I've
never heard that. Like we know quinceañeras is like the big thing. Like you said, I've never heard a circumstance where you got to celebrate two.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm a.
I don't know how you. Even if it was just a regular birthday, I don't even know how you like handle that.
Cause like if the girl wants to go on a trip with her friends, she should be allowed to go with her friends. I mean,
no, exactly. That's the question I would have. He'll be the only dude, or what are we doing?
It said a group of teenagers, but I'm assuming that it's a group of girls based on.
If that's the case, then he got to stay.
Yeah,
then he wilder. But if it's like mixed people and it's just like, no, we're not seeing you because you don't get a quinceañera, then it's like, all right.
Yeah, I feel like quinceañeras are the biggest waste of money.
No, I'm all for actually EOP. Time for the fellas to get a quinceañera. Equal opportunity here. This is actually sexism. Man.
Yeah, 100%.
Where is R becoming a man? You know what I'm saying?
The kissing amigo. That's good. You know what I did appreciate what he said in here? I hate when parents do this. He said, my father never paid for any of my trips. Yeah. It is not my fault that your dad was broke. Yeah, like, exactly. Why is you bringing this up to me? Yeah, why does it got to do with anything I'm doing? Yeah. Why do parents like, dude, I feel like, then they were 40. So this is like Gen X or whatever. Like that whole era, like the era of like, well, when I was younger, my parents ain't buy me Lunchables. That's because your parents were broke. No, that's not to be that's not to be applauded. That's not to be like I ain't giving them no props for that. They was broke people, and God bless them for being grandparents now or whatever. But that don't mean that you don't need to pay for things because your parents didn't pay for things. They did it because they didn't have that opportunity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, I lived my life in a way where I could provide for my kids in a way that I wasn't provided for when I was younger. But it's funny because last night my daughter was like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm like, bro, you ain't never been hungry in your life.
Right.
Trust me.
Facts.
Trust me, bro. I ain't never hurt your stomach grow.
Right. Like saying I'm hungry is like
man, she said, I am starving for real. And I'm like, bro, you ate 2 hours ago.
I'm like, bro, you eat every meal.
Yeah,
why are we doing this?
I a day and a half without eating, bro.
Legit.
You don't know nothing about that,
Yo.
but yeah.
Yeah, but if you ain't had no ring bologna sandwich, I ain't trying to hear none of your
Exactly,
complaints.
right. She wouldn't know what to do with no
Cheese
bologna.
sandwich,
Yeah.
and not a grilled cheese, but like the cheese just in between two pieces of white bread.
You microwaved it or what?
Facts.
That's crazy.
This is tasting
That's what's
crazy.
That's what's up.
I thought that was funny. I have a couple I'll share for later just because they're longer. But well, y'all know that is the segment Story Time with Slime.
You from Harlem, you already know.
Yes, sir.
Hustler's
Yeah.
mission. You try to get that paper. Wifey like it 1 minute, next minute she don't, man.
All right, so we ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this.
Yo. So actually, I'm fresh off last night, me and the family being at the Pfizer WWE SmackDown. We had a surprise. Soon as we got in, they announced that they was taping 2 SmackDowns because they going overseas next week.
Word.
So we got 2 shows in one and only had to pay for one.
That's fire.
It made for a long night, but it was fire, bro. We got to see Roman Reigns like 4 times, unheard of. We got to see John Cena.
Yeah.
LA Knight rocked the building.
Yep.
Uso in the house. My girl Bianca Belair was back. My daughter dressed up as Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah?
We bought her a long ponytail. She had a Bianca Belair shirt. She was just swinging her hair though.
Yeah.
It was the most fun. I almost cried a couple times because she was like so into it. She got like favorites.
Yeah.
People that she don't know. Like my wife's like, how does she know this? I'm like, bro, we be watching this show, bro. Like, KO, let's go. When Bianca Belair had her match, the whole night, she just kept saying, Bianca Belair, get her. Use your weapon, your hair. Like, everybody kept turning around like, oh, this is Bianca Belair's daughter.
That's dope.
Bro,
That's
it was the best. It was like, and she turned to me and said, I had more fun at this than at the Bucks games. It was like a top 5 father-daughter moment for me.
That's dope. I can't believe she said that.
No,
with
because
Dame Time,
she don't know. She know the sport of basketball, but she don't know the rules and everything.
But she watches.
Yeah, but
and pays
wrestling, she
attention
get
to
it. Like, they just fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, that's super dope.
Like, she don't know what a 3-pointer is or a free throw.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, before we get to what we watching, I will say, how do you feel about the Bucks? But about the time people listen to this, there'll be 3 games in the season.
Yeah.
But they just played their first game against the 76ers. One less a James Harden, but I got a feeling that they play better without James Harden.
Yeah, less of a distraction.
Right.
Bucks, I'm cool. I saw what I needed to see. For the Bucks, all I'm worried about is what are we doing in the 4th quarter?
Yep.
And then what we doing for scoring in the playoffs? And the 4th quarter, Dame Lillard scored 14 points in 4 minutes. Giannis was actually, this might be one of Giannis' worst games of the season.
Yeah,
and,
easily.
And it was a 23-14 and 3 with 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Right.
But still, it was
not a bad.
It was horrible.
That's
Anybody
horrible
else
to
is
his
cool,
standards,
but for Giannis, it was so terrible.
Yeah.
So as long as Dame is like that guy in the 4th, and that's who I want the ball in. He went 15 for 15 at the free throw line. Perfect.
First of all, I take for granted his form.
Mm-hmm.
He has like, it's only a few people in the league that's like this right now. They have like, it's Steph Curry, Dame. They have this form that like no matter where they shoot, how they shoot.
You think it's going in?
Like this dude literally shot a lot of ugly, like not ugly shots, but like
4-point plays, fouls on the play.
Yeah. I'm like, how did you even?
Yeah.
And so I think, I agree with you. I think I'm concerned about. I don't think that, and this is gonna take them time to figure out. They haven't figured out the Giannis, Dame pick and roll as much as they have wanted
not
to.
At all. Yep.
I think it's going to be interesting playing, and 76ers are not really a good gauge, but I feel like when we play, I want to see how we adjust. Like when we're going to play, again, Boston, Miami, although I'm not really worried about Miami as much, but Boston, Miami, even when we play the Nets, like I want to see how we switch up, like who gets more minutes, who gets more the ball more. Is Chris Middleton gonna be cool with kind of taking that third wheel seat?
Mm-hmm.
and not getting as many shots. Because I knew he was going to take less shots, but like.
Yeah. Well, he only played like 16 minutes.
Right.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
but I thought he was healthy now. So the further he get into the season, then we really see what the team is like. But him being the third best player is cool. But I need to see if it work out. Still, yeah. Because on paper it does, but we got to see it though.
So yeah, I mean, and also we knew we was gonna lose defense, but I'm not a fan of them losing the lead. Like going into
they was up big when Giannis went to the bench, and then
and Giannis, that's when Giannis got mad too. Like
he didn't want to give.
Like which makes sense because I get it, minutes, low regulation. But like, bro, if we like losing, why would y'all bench me? Like y'all had Dame, Brooke, Chris Middleton. That's not gonna get it done right now. Like obviously, let's get it done. But I also appreciated that too because that let me know that Griffins respects Giannis enough to even let him do that because he could have not did that, or whatever, and it got it done. I think that a lot of people looked at it as like insubordination, but I kind of looked at it as like, okay, this is more of a Giannis is Rodgers a couple years ago when he has like enough skin in the game to make his own calls, do his own thing, even though he says it's Dame's team. Yeah. Which I think he's genuine when he said his Dame's team, which I think he's genuine when he says that because it kind of has to be in order for that dynamic to work.
Because Giannis could get his effort. Like Dame actually got to put in effort. They got to get it like 20 shots. Giannis could have 30 or 14 shots, bro. And he could find his whenever transition, right? Lobs thrown to him,
random 3 points that he
you don't have to. You don't have to run and play for Giannis.
Right, exactly. So, but I think like I'm curious to see where they go. I think winning that first game, I think that helps like Dame's kind of his confidence and stuff like that. I saw him post game like, I came here. He get to talk the way that Giannis can't really talk because he don't speak English in that way. But I ain't come here to play games. I just came here to win. That's the Dave saying or whatever. So I think that I didn't realize that we kind of gained a personality too, because every team kind of has those. That's like Dylan Brooks was for the Grizzlies, even and I think like it's gonna be an interesting set. Like it's gonna be an interesting season seeing him talk his talk, Giannis make the adjustments, Chris Middleton, like you said, what are they gonna do with him? Like So, and everybody on the bench, how are they going to rotate people out? Like, what are the best combinations that make sense late in the game if you're in the lead to not lose like that lead the way that they lost it? Yeah. But we'll see. Other than that, what are we watching?
You want to go first?
We've been rewatching Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah, Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, it's fire, bro.
It's super funny. It's
Letter Brother.
Yeah.
Daniel Levi.
It's and I didn't realize they were related.
That's the father son.
Yeah.
Even the sister is on the show.
She's the waitress or whatever. I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Until the second time we went through it and Amy was like, "Oh, they're related." I'm like, "Word."
Yep.
Which just kind of makes it even funnier that they're able to like I don't know a lot of like family duos that work together well in Hollywood like that.
Yeah. First of all, even like exactly. But my thing is, how salty could the sister have been that y'all gave the actual sister role to somebody else with no skin in the game, her first major role,
right?
And y'all just got me be this extra. They end up having a prominent role, but at the time it's like, bro.
And it's probably because they had them read, but like, girl,
no, they said
role.
She killed it, David.
She killed that role. Like,
she cold.
Like in her and Myra character, we know the lady
Catherine
from Home Alone.
Yeah,
Catherine O'Hara. They do a really good job of building these like very pretentious. Yeah. Like they build like an accent for these characters that are like nobody really talks like this.
It's a really good show. It's funny because they never really say where is that.
Right.
It ended up being like a cult thing up in Canada because that's where they shot it at. But they never say if it's in the States or in Canada.
Right.
But it is a fire show, dog.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm trying to think in this past week what I watched. Not a whole lot, honestly. I think that and I spent a lot of time on that RapCity documentary. Like I said, just not knowing how much beef it was between 106 and Rap City.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know. I mean, it makes sense. But that kind of like I appreciated watching that because like, you know, I'm like creating music and it's like in that vein of like I wanted to feel like how I felt when I was watching all those basement freestyles and stuff like that. But other than that, I think that's about it for me. Stat and sports. That's about what I'm on right now. Packers looking terrible right now, but we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, as expected.
You're right.
Me,
Lost
I'm
against the Broncos. Anyways, go.
Yeah, no, that's funny. I got a friend that's a Bronco fan. It's terrible.
Never gonna lay that down.
I'm just watching Gen V.
Gen V. I need to start watching that this week.
It's really good, bro. I love it. It's just a spinoff of The Boys.
Yeah.
And it's more from a like college kid's perspective, so it's real dope. You're getting to know more of The Boys like universe. And then I'm watching Loki.
Loki, you're right. The new season just dropped, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 4 episodes in. I don't know if it's gonna be 6. Usually they do 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So something big just happened on this episode. So we'll see where that's go. Other than that, the only thing me and Tiff is watching is the morning show.
Right. Which I still haven't started up watching yet. Actually, we just got some new Apple something. So I'm hoping they stuff us with some. We'll buy it, but I don't mind getting a free Apple TV when you buy.
Oh yeah, because they
had that promo.
We always do that.
Word. Yeah, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's dope. Well, I mean, other than that, if you made it this far, man, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know. Liking and subscribing is dope, and also commenting helps us know what y'all like from this. It helps boost the stuff up when y'all interact with it. When we put our clips on the internet, and even if you watch it already, just go ahead, give it a like, give it a share, because we appreciate it. And y'all don't owe us none of that, but we super duper appreciate it. You got anything else to say?
No, I'm good. Yeah,
all right. You already know what it is. This is the
Take over.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.